Hello everybody, it's nice to be here once again. Here's the thing, COVID-19, that's right, it might be a band. I've worded my videos in a certain way so I can get the message out there as quickly as possible, the real numbers and real data, before, I get censored for truth telling. And I cannot be disputed at all because the numbers I use are straight from the Department of Health of each state. So today I'm talking about South Dakota. Now my numbers are a lot bigger or a lot more extensive in my podcast, which is on stats for the people, and you'll find I get deeper into the numbers at that point. But again, I only use the Department of Health. So no one can argue with me and say, oh, did you get that from Fox News? Sorry, I'm a little out of camera. CNN News or wherever, you name it. Nope, this comes completely straight from the Department of Health of your state. So last time I was talking about Connecticut, so these numbers are right from their site. So today we're at South Dakota. And some of these states I'm revisiting because I had already done these states in a previous podcast. So now I'm just giving you quick numbers, nothing too involved. But I wanted to give you the number that we're always hearing the news. You're killing grandma, you're killing grandpa, and so forth. All right, you never hear grandpa. Well, I haven't heard it. It's always killing grandma. So, are you really killing grandma? And I think we can agree on most cases. Sometimes the state is killing grandma. But here's the deal. South Dakota, 94.2%. 94.2% of seniors, those over 60, who get COVID-19 survive. There's a 94.2% survival rate. Now, this is after the surge that happened out there. This is after. So, my question to you, and you should look it up, what was the number before that? Was it a 98% and somehow it went to 94%? See, these are things that are not talked about. So what I do is I take cases. I look at the total amount of cases, and then I see what the deaths are. I also like to look at where they're at, like long-term care facilities and so forth and so on. We already know a great deal of numbers come from there, and that's a fact. But I'm not going to get into those numbers here for South Dakota at this moment. That'll be on the podcast. But I've given you a head start because I haven't done this podcast, this new one yet. So you're seeing the numbers for the first time on my behalf. So 94.2%. And the last one I talked about, Connecticut, was 85.7%. And speaking of that, that actually went up to 86.2. Well, anyways, we're in South Dakota. Let me focus. So remember, there was that big surge, and they're mad at the woman governor out there. I don't actually know her name. I don't remember her name. It could be Nikki or I really don't know. I cannot remember for the life of me. I'm sorry, South Dakota. I'm not from South Dakota, so I apologize if I don't remember her name. I do, however, believe she is a Republican. That I think I remember. I don't think she was Democrat. I believe she's Republican. I believe both Dakotas are Republican. But anyways, so we talk about faith over fear. Yeah, no, you can have faith. It's let's work on that faith and not hope, huh? Let's not worry about the hope or anything like that. Let's work on the faith. Faith over fear. I'm just kidding. You have hope. You have faith. I see more senior citizens, like I said before, who are less concerned about it than you would think. Now, there are some people out there, and I've noticed the ones that are worried about it are the mean old crudgety ones. You know, the ones you grew up with who are just angry all the time? I'm not saying every one of them. I'm like, that's what I've run into so far. It's funny. I don't know why. But again, South Dakota, 94.2% survival rate. 94.2% survival rate. And I'll tell you, I'm doing another podcast. Now, I can't remember the state I was talking about. Was it South Dakota, Arkansas? You know, I'm all over the place. I can't remember which one I was going to do. I'm turning into the highway. I apologize. So there is no concern or no reason to be overly concerned. Now, should we worry about all things? Absolutely. Absolutely. The other state was New Mexico. New Mexico is over 86%. That's over 86% survival rate. Idaho, forget about Idaho. Wow, I just did a broadcast on Idaho. 95% survival rate. But today, South Dakota, again, I'm sorry, this is for you. South Dakota, your senior citizens, those over 60 years old, breathe. You only have a 94.2% chance of survival rate if you get COVID. Yeah, you keep panicking. Numbers don't add up, do they? When you hear on news, more cases. I was just listening today on the radio in my home state where they gave me the total cases. And today, Ned Lamont has said, is this many cases? Okay. Yes, cases gone up. But again, we don't hear about who's dying, where they're dying, where they're dying. You know, all those numbers matter. They just like throwing out the big numbers and then want you to just run in fear. Run in fear. I see his sun's kind of hitting my angle here on the camera, so I'll make this brief now. South Dakota, you have a beautiful day. 94.2%, you have a beautiful day. You have a high chance. So with that, I say God bless, have a beautiful day, and tell somebody you have a high chance of living.